Apple and Microsoft. Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Today's a Red Sox game day at 1 o'clock, it says.
Yeah, it sure is. It looks like it's going to rain, so they may push that back, but yeah.
So is that, I mean, as a fan, does it drive you nuts when it happens while you're working?
No, I love it. I'll just listen to it in the background while I'm working.
Oh, really? Okay. And do you have it on a computer or radio? How do you listen to it?
There's an app. It's called the MLB at Bat app. It's fantastic. I can listen to the radio broadcast.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So, how was the game Friday?
The people who work around me know that I'm just going to, there's going to be random outbursts from me.
But isn't it? Are they walking on thin ice right now, the Red Sox? Or is it?
Yeah, they've been walking on thin ice all year. Until they fire this manager, they're just going to suck. And what I'm mad about is if they win this series somehow, they come back from 2 games down in a 5-game series and they win, then John Farrell's keeping his job, and that's not good if you're a Red Sox fan. He may be the worst manager in baseball.
Oh wow! But yet they're doing pretty good, the team.
And doing it despite me and despite everybody who wants to get John Farrell fired. He's brutally bad.
Really?
Horrible manager.
So in general, does a like a team, like in football, you always say the quarterback is the team leader. Does the team leader on a baseball team have more influence than a coach?
No. Baseball's a little different. It's all about starting pitching for the most part. That's usually determines how good or how not good a baseball team is.
Okay. So and tell I asked you off the air, but on the air, how was the game Friday?
It was a phenomenal game. A lot of fun, very, very entertaining. Probably the most entertaining game we've had all year.
Oh, that's good.
Trinity came back to win in the last, few minutes, late in the fourth quarter. It was just a back and forth. They were down 9-0 at halftime. We're like, oh boy, we're in for a blowout. And Trinity turned it on and ended up winning 17-16.
Wow. Do you know what I wonder?
Great game.
I wonder if they listen to some of your commentary and your co-hosts' commentaries, because when I'm listening as an outsider, it seems like you're making a lot of sense, and it's constructive criticisms. Constructive, the key word there. I wonder if they listen and take to heart what you're saying.
No, those coaches know a lot more about football than I do.
You think?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not even, it's their life. I mean, I know some, but they know a lot more. They've played it. They've coached it at the college level. But, they're way beyond my skill.
And so yesterday, one more football thing. Yesterday we were at Culver's. Was it yesterday? No, Saturday.
Saturday.
We were at Culver's, in Gainesville, and the football game was on in Culver's, and everybody
the Gator game,
and everybody was looking at it. Everybody in this restaurant was looking at that TV screen.
Employees.
And everybody was so disappointed when they lost. It was like, whoa.
It was a good day.
Yeah. It was a good...
Florida State lost, which doesn't hurt.
Right.
It doesn't help. But at least Florida lost.
Well, you wanted Florida to lose?
Yeah, I can't stand Florida.
Really?
The Florida Gators. I think they're some of the obnoxious football fans on the planet.
Well, they were disappointed for sure that they lost, and
I'm sure they were.
The only thing I wanted
1 point they lost.
The only thing I wanted to see was the tribute to Tom Petty, and I got to see it after the fact. On somebody posted it on Facebook.
Oh, I don't think did they do it live? I doubt they broadcast it live, did they? I don't know.
I have no idea. I just saw it on somebody had a YouTube video of it, so that's what I saw. Anyway, they said it was the loudest sing-along that was ever there. I don't know how they measured that.
Wow.
I don't. I think that's
I believe it.
At that.
That's just hype, you think?
I mean, they love Tom Petty, that's for sure. Not doubting that.
I don't think it was hype. I think the fans really.
It looked
had a
like it
nice
was really
break
loud.
that They were all singing.
What I saw looked pretty good. All right, so today is Columbus Day. Hey,
You got to admit, I mean, I Won't Back Down is probably one of the easiest songs there is to sing.
maybe,
You know,
but it's also
not a complicated
But
song.
isn't it a great sports song like "We Will Rock You" by Queen?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have the same downbeat as Queen does, but yeah.
It's got
Really,
a great
I
message.
won't back down. I like that.
That's right. You can stomp your feet to that.
There you go.
All right, today is Columbus Day. How do you feel about Columbus? I got a couple of questions to ask you about this guy. Let me tell you before ask you anything. I was reading this thing that supposedly documents the chaplain that was on with Columbus, and he was not in favor of what they were doing, and he was documenting that they were cutting people's hands off, Native Americans' hands that didn't bring enough gold. Did you ever read that?
No, is that? I don't know if that's true.
I don't
I've never
either.
heard that one.
I don't either.
I don't know if that's.
Oh, but if it is, oh my gosh.
I believe
I think
it
we would
though,
have known about it by now. Why? Why would you believe it instead of not believing it?
because people are very vicious. When some people are going to take over countries or areas, they impose rules on people. They enslave people, and if you don't do what those people that are ordering to you do, they'll kill you, they'll maim you, they'll hurt your family. I do believe it.
Well, here's why it doesn't really make sense to me is because one of Columbus's, what he had to do is every time he landed, he had to get more food, he had to get more provisions. He was a complete foreigner, and he was way outnumbered compared to the number of people that he was dealing with once he made landfall. So if he was to chop people's hands off, I'm sure there would be a pretty big uprising, and at the very least they would throw him out of the port. So that's why that doesn't really make sense. That's one of those things that, it just, I mean, it sounds vicious, I agree, but I don't think it ever happened. I don't think that's the way it happened.
Huh.
But it's not just
Because it would have
Columbus.
also, and it would have also turned the natives against anybody else who came and landed, on their shores again. And that's just not the way it happened. Most of these people who landed were welcomed with open arms, and they were, the locals were very excited to meet them. And that wouldn't have been the case if Columbus was chopping people's hands off.
But it's just not Columbus. I mean, you've got people that
I
were
don't
with
know. I
Columbus
don't know.
that's, not of his same attitude. And
There was
they had
nothing- I mean,
guns.
if something happened, Columbus would know about it. Yeah, they had guns, but they could reload it once every minute. I mean, it was a musket. It wasn't like they couldn't attack 45 people at a time. And I mean, if you're chopping somebody's hands off, if you don't have a gun, you're still going to get to that gun in time. So
Good point.
All right,
it doesn't pass this. No.
Here's what it says on history.com. This is from history.com for what it's worth. It says Columbus's governance of Hispaniola could be brutal and tyrannical. Native islanders who did not collect enough gold could have their hands cut off, and rebel Spanish colonists were executed at the gallows. Colonists.
So now we're talking about two different things. When he was a governor, yeah, I thought you meant when he was landing on the when he was discovering the island still and discovering Jamaica and everything else. That's what I thought you meant.
I'm not
As a
so
governor,
sure.
he was he was a pretty horrible person.
I'm not sure that changes anything for me. Colonists complained to the monarchy about his mismanagement, and a royal commissioner dispatched to Hispaniola arrested Columbus in August of 1500 and brought him back to Spain in chains.
And that was more about because of Columbus was promised. I think it was I can't remember the exact number. It was about 25% of everything he discovered. He was promised to get, and then the rest would go to the crown. And so once Spain figured out just how much he had discovered, they realized they could never give him that much or allow him to have that much. And so they originally said you can have the island of Jamaica. Then when they figured how much Jamaica was worth, they even took that away from them, which is when they pulled him back from Spain. I don't know if they said it was, if they used that as the excuse, because they had governors all over the world that were that vicious. Just ask the Philippines.
It doesn't change that. If it's true that this guy, who we revere as some kind of a hero, if it's true that at any point in his life he ordered people to have their hands cut off who did not bring him enough gold, then I'm through with him. I have no need for that kind of a person.
Right.
I've always been surprised that people revere him because, from the time I was a child, I knew that Columbus didn't discover, America.
No.
That was known in my house.
No,
so,
right. No, obviously.
And then again, this whole thing, Columbus Day, is a relatively new invention. So, yeah.
Well,
I guess he's never been a hero to me. Or
anyway, so today's National Native American Day, by the way. It's not only Columbus Day.
It is, and I'm still going to work. I mean, I regale me with bead and beadwork. Or am I supposed to regale people with beadwork? I haven't quite figured that out. Maybe I could, instead of getting a paycheck, I could give them beads.
There you go.
I mean, I could get some colorful beads.
All right, but it's also, Galen, it's also National Canadian Snowbird Day.
You can tell they're all over the highway. It's my day.
So
these foreigners keep invading my country.
So
taking their bad coinage.
I have some Canadian laws that they will not have to abide by while they are here, but when they go back home, they have to abide by these laws. And I thought you'd be interested in knowing some of them because I think it sheds some light as to why they love it here so much.
Okay.
Some of the laws they have to abide by in Canada. So before we do that, how is the blood supply today?
We're doing okay. We just need more people to get out there and give the life and maintain our current. We have right at about a 5-day blood supply, which is pretty good. We just need people to come out and donate blood so we can maintain that, kind of build it up for the holidays that are right around the corner.
And there's a lady at my church, and she's been waiting for almost 2 years for a kidney, and then they finally found a match, but now she couldn't have the operation last week because her platelet count was too low. So now everybody's been encouraged to try to donate platelets. So I mean, gosh, she's the sweetest woman ever, and she's got such a good demeanor, her and her husband, and it's so sad, when you have to do that extra things.
Yeah. So Galen, guess what Robin and I got? We got 2 new phones. We went to Matt Wilkerson in Williston. Yes,
from
we got
Verizon.
Phones. And my phone, it walked me through all the things to set it up. And one of the things it asked me was, do I want to be an organ donor? Did you come to that screen yet, Robin?
No, I have not.
So I'm an organ donor now. So if you want anything I have,
congratulations.
If you need any of my organs.
Yet. No, let's wait and see how they look when you die.
Yeah.
Make that determination.
Yeah, but you might want a few of them. There's a couple of good ones in there.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
You could advertise now, have an open house or something.
No, thank you. There's enough weird people out there.
You'll end up in jail.
Let's take a break, and then I have the Canadian laws that you may not have heard of. Palm Garden of Ocala, thank you for sponsoring this segment, the important part of it that Galen uses to remind us of the need for a blood supply, and we would never more reminded more reminded than when there's a horrible tragedy, or as in last week with the Vegas story, a horrible incident from one stupid idiot. Palm Garden of Ocala, thank you for being there for us. And Penn Flooring, thank you also. Go to Penn Flooring, see the flooring that they have. Make your home or office more beautiful from the floor up. We'll take a break. Be right back with Galen.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Monday, intervals of clouds and sun, and very warm but humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, high 87 to 91. Partly cloudy Monday night, low 73 inland, 78 at the coast. Clouds and some sun for Tuesday with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior locations, high 86 on the coast to 91 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey, Hey, Jan, long time no see.
Wow, Larry, it's good to see you too.
Hey, if you've got the time, let's get together. How about a cup of coffee, some chat?
Oh, I'd love to. How about you and Robin and I can sit down on October 17? I'll tell you what's new at Palm Garden.
Please tune in on Tuesday, October 17th at 11 a.m. for Health Matters when we talk with Jan Marino about Palm Garden, located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
20 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Galen, which teams are playing this weekend, this Friday?
You mean for
High school
football?
Yeah.
Trinity will take on Santa Fe, right here in Ocala at Trinity High School.
Oh, okay. Okay, so can't wait for that. Looking forward to that, I should say. All right, so I have some Canadian laws on this National Canadian Snowbird Day. It's also National Canadian Thanksgiving, according to Hugh. Hugh said it was Thanksgiving in Canada today. So.
It's on the calendar.
All right.
What are they possibly thankful for? I mean, they're Canadian.
Oh gosh.
They're thankful that the United States is just south of them.
All right, here's one. It is illegal to attach a siren to your bicycle in Sudbury, Ontario. Just so you know.
And let's be clear, it should be. Imagine a Canadian on a bike.
It's $5,000 fine if you have a siren on your bicycle in that town.
Yeah, but it's 5,000 Canadian. That's like $1.50 in an American dollar.
Taxi drivers cannot wear a T-shirt in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
What are they supposed to wear?
What do you call it? A collared shirt.
A blouse?
Huh? Like when you.
It's okay.
Like when you're golfing, you have to wear a. Oh, you said nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I said a blouse.
Oh, a blouse.
Oh, okay.
A blouse. Okay.
All right, never mind.
Pamphlets for Francis.
All right. Let's see. It is illegal for non-dark soft drinks to contain caffeine.
Oh.
So I guess Sprite and 7-Up are okay?
They cannot have caffeine in them.
So do they not have
I
caffeine?
have no idea.
What a stupid rule.
You can't have a clear cola.
This is the problem with Canada. They have this kind of time on their hands that they can go ahead and work on these kind of issues that are really plaguing America or Canada.
You can't pay for anything over $5 with all coins.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's because they mix in a real quarter and all of a sudden the world changes.
You can't pay for anything over $5 with all coins.
What a stupid law that is.
That's a real stupid law. Currency
I mean,
is currency.
I think we should do it here if you're at the 10 items or less and you're in there with a coupon and $5 in coins, then that should be illegal.
There you go.
So,
It is illegal to sell margarine in Ontario.
Oh.
Let's see.
is there a reason why?
Yeah,
Is there a huge problem? Does crime rate go up if you're using margarine instead of butter?
It's illegal to sell butter-colored margarine in Ontario. Oh, it was until 1995. Okay, sorry.
Butter-colored. Basis.
You can't just jump in the lake in Toronto.
No. You got to put in your feet first.
Why is that?
Stupid law.
If you're on a boat in the city of Toronto on a lake, you can't just jump in. You have to make sure you are where you should be. Historically, there was also a law that you shouldn't swim in Toronto Harbor less than seemly attired.
Oh.
Less than seemly.
Canadians. This is the Canadians that we're dealing with. This is why they shouldn't be on our roads without a chaperone.
It is illegal to build big snowmen in Souris, Prince Edward Island. Souris, Prince Edward Island.
what is the definition of a big snowman?
Is it like over 8 feet tall or something?
Taller than 30 inches.
Really?
30 inches.
30 inches, yeah.
It's like less than 3 feet. Larry.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Less than a meter if you're in Canada.
30 inches, yeah.
Wow. Gosh.
Souris, Prince Edward Islands. There you go.
So they have closed all of 441 now because of the flooding, I see.
Oh, is that right?
Gosh.
Plains Prairie, yeah, it's
Oh,
completely
my.
shut down.
Oh, my.
According to the Importation of Intoxicating Liquors Act, you can only legally move a bottle of booze from one province to the other with the permission of the Provincial Liquor Control Board. So
That's good.
Don't be
That's a
driving
lot of
over the
paperwork.
province line instead of the state line. Province.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it was for cigarettes, too. Everybody used to go, to North Carolina for cigarettes and stuff and throw them in their car. And if you got caught going over state lines with them, you got fined and they were confiscated.
It is illegal to skinny dip in Bancroft, Ontario.
You know why? It's so cold. They'll freeze it all off.
then you'll need an organ donor. I'm an organ
That's
donor.
right.
Yes, you are.
There you go. There you go.
If I'm in heaven after I die and I find somebody walking around with my thing, I'm going to be laughing.
Oh, man.
It's illegal to whistle in Petrolia, Ontario. Illegal to whistle.
Oh. Where is that, Petroleum?
I don't know. Somewhere in Ontario.
Why is it illegal?
I don't know. It's illegal to yell, shout, hoot, whistle, or sing in public.
Well, it's because they're Canadians. They're very calm and they're very polite. They're very nice. All you're doing is upsetting people.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
it's
maybe they don't like that song. I'll be calling you.
In St. Paul, Alberta, it's against the law for
No,
anyone...
they refuse to listen to Roger Whittaker. I know that in Ontario.
I think he did
No, he's
whistle.
a
Didn't he
great
whistle?
whistler.
Yeah, Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddy, too. Maybe that's why.
It's against the law for anyone 15 years old or younger to loiter in a public place without supervision of a parent between 12:01 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Yes.
Good.
in St. Paul,
Perfect.
Alberta.
I agree with that.
Why not?
I agree
not?
with that. A child that young doesn't need to be out
I
that late.
don't know where that's legal though. Where's that legal?
It's like a curfew.
Let's see. Comic books must be clean.
Yes. None of those dirty ones.
Yeah, you are committing an offense if you make, print, publish, distribute, sell, or have in your possession a publication of a crime comic which includes nudity, sexual innuendos, and other unclean acts. Oh, wow.
Wow.
We don't need that stuff.
No.
Comic books that are unclean. Spider-Man? Let's see. I think this is the last one I have.
Oh.
It is. The last one I have.
Right.
Last weird law out of Canada. Many Canadian communities long restricted the use of clotheslines because they just didn't like the look of them. Now, because of increased energy
Absolutely.
consciousness, most governments have stepped in with ruling that overrides neighborhood regulations. Clotheslines are no longer banned. Now you can use clotheslines.
There you go.
Wow, I'm so glad that the progressive, country of Canada come to the right time and fix this really big problem of no clothesline. Can you imagine knock on the door with the Mounties, because they always get their man going, look,
Yes.
sir, you have a clothesline and your drawers are hanging out. And I see you have a comic book. Going to need to investigate this. You're going to jail.
Did you know in some
And what
neighborhoods?
is jail in Canada? I mean, what do they do? I mean, I've never even heard of a Canadian jail. Have you?
Not really.
No.
I guess if you went there, you might find
Go to
one.
their house and say, please don't do this again. And because you're so offended, because you're a Canadian, like, oh, I can't believe I did this. I'll repent because I'm a Canadian. I'm a good person. Well, I guess they send you to the United States, and that's where you perform all your really heinous acts and go to American jail.
Do you know, in some neighborhoods in New York, I don't know if this was a city rule or this was a neighborhood ordinance or something, but you could not have one of those lines that connected to the next building. lower than the second floor. You couldn't have it on the first floor. The people on the first floor had to dry their
clotheslines.
Clotheslines. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, because they used to attach one end on one building and then the other end on the building across. And the two people would share that line.
Oh, and they'd have the pulley and stuff.
Yeah. So I get the line in the morning. You get the line in the afternoon. You know.
Nice.
So they all had one line. But if you're on the first floor, forget it. You got to go upstairs and use one of theirs.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, you couldn't have it on the first floor.
That kind of makes sense because of trucks.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's what it was.
Trucks and things, yeah.
All right, Galen, where is the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today is we're actually down in Bushnell today, so.
Oh, okay.
Having a big blood drive down there.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you for what you do, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, Galen. Have a
Hey, you guys got it.
Happy Native American Day, by the way.
Galen.
Thank you. I'm looking for some beads. I'm trading beads, some fireworks.
And go Red Sox.
There you go.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. It's Columbus Day, soon to be known as Indigenous Peoples Day in Los Angeles.
Councilman Mitch O'Farrell is a member of the Wyandot tribe.
We will no longer stand for revisionist thinking, celebrating someone who was responsible for setting in motion the greatest genocide known in world history.
Joe Buscaino voted against eliminating Columbus Day.
On behalf of the Italian community, we want to celebrate with you. We just don't want it to be at the expense of Columbus Day.
Other cities are following suit like Austin, Texas, and Salt Lake City, Utah.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. An American wins the Nobel Prize in Economics.
Richard H. Thaler for his contributions to behavioral economics.
The study of how psychology affects people's economic decisions. He says he'll try to spend the $1.1 million prize as irrationally as possible. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Come with me on another journey around the globe.
From National Geographic comes an all-new 6-part series with Morgan Freeman.
Searching for answers to humankind's biggest questions.
How can you hate me when you don't even know me?
Meeting inspiring individuals from all walks of life.
When people see someone helping another person, I think it's infectious.
This is what it means to be human. This is the story of us.
The Story of Us with Morgan Freeman premieres Wednesday at 9/8 Central on National Geographic.
Hey girl, have you done something new with your scales? Using new moisturizer? Nice. It really brings out the hazel in your eyes. Oh, hold on. Are you using whitening strips too? Your fangs look good, girl. Really good.
A really charming snake charmer? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Wait, what? Have you been doing Pilates too?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Ad Council.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Bicycles are great fun. You see nature up close. You get no impact to exercise. The possibilities are endless. You could start your bicycling adventure at Brick City Bicycles. Young or old, experienced or a new rider, visit Brick City Bicycles at 217 Southeast 1st Avenue right here in Ocala. Brick City Bicycles has everything all under one roof. With holidays right around the corner, Santa wanted you to know now's the time to lay away that special gift. Stop by today. Brick City Bicycles.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying and stump grinding services. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on your weed control and to take care of those troublesome stumps for an overall pleasing appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440, or online at powellgene@yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440.
Here is your 30-second news brief. Senator Bill Nelson has filed a measure to create fuel reserves in Florida for future hurricanes. Temporary increases have been issued to food stamp recipients to help them recover after Hurricane Irma. The Defense Department has identified a native Floridian as the 4th U.S. soldier killed in Niger when forces were ambushed. And Tom Petty was remembered at the Gator football